Welcome to episode 6 of the Brett Beard Show. I'm Jules Dormain, and with me is head coach Brett Beard. Coach, how you doing today?
Doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing mighty fine.
Excited to be on the show with you.
Yes, sir. And, well, we played Zachary last week. Obviously, we're 0-5, Coach. Just talk to us about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously not where anybody wants to be at 0-5, but I mean, there's growth. There's a lot of change taking place. I'm really excited about where we're going. I'm not excited about where we're at, so don't get that confused. I'm not okay with being 0-5, but realistically, with the growth of a program, you're going to go through growing pains, and you know, I like the changes and the growth I'm seeing week to week. You know, that tells me we're moving in the right direction.
All right, let's take a look at last week's highlights against Zachary. Your Denham Springs Yellow Jackets take the field away at Zachary for their 5th game of the season, looking to maybe get their first win in a big upset against powerhouse Zachary. Number 15, John McDaniel on the sideline warming up. First drive, number 10, Eli Holstein, pass complete to number 19, Cameron Senegal for a big first down. A few plays later, number 3, Connor Wisham carries it in for the touchdown. 2-point conversion would, however, be no good. Score 6-0, Zachary. Take a look at John McDaniel on the sideline. Next, Zachary drive. Number 10, Holstein screen pass to number 7, Prince Johnson, who throws a halfback pass deep to number 2, Kenson Tate. Coach, what happened here?
Well, I mean, you know, one may say it's a great play call by Zachary, and the other may say it's a busted coverage on our end. You know, they can play all the trick plays they want to play, but if we're in man and you have a responsibility, we've been playing man since we were 4 years old in the backyard. We got to get the job done. That's what's hurting us. We're not doing our job. We're ad-libbing at times.
Yes, sir. The 2-point conversion would be good. Number 10, Holstein pass to number 82, Charles Robertson, 14-0, Zachary. Jackets driving, big run by number 4, Cam Kelly into Broncos territory, throwing defenders down and running through people. However, we would not convert. It would be Zachary's ball again. Number 10, Holstein's screen pass is blown up by number 2, Jordan Reams. Broncos would be forced to punt. Next Zachary possession, number 10, Holstein, 90-yard touchdown pass to number 2, Tate. Huge play, 22-0 Zachary after the 2-point conversion. Coach?
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's a freshman out there giving us everything he's got. I mean, he's a kid that's going to be a special player by the time he leaves Denham Springs, and we've thrown him into the fire, and we've asked him to do some things that, and you know what, a lot of freshmen couldn't handle. He made one mistake and got beat, but the kid's been doing phenomenal for us all year, and I'm excited to see what he becomes.
Yes, sir. It would then be Jackets ball. Big run by number 5, Ray McNeely. Running down the sideline, sidestepping people, and finally gets tripped up there at the end. Jackets 4th and goal inside the Zachary 5-yard line. Wildcat snap goes over the head of number 5, McNeely. Turnover on downs. Next drive, Zachary punting. It would be blocked by the Jackets, and Ethan Foster would catch it and run it in for the touchdown. Coach, that was an amazing play.
We needed a spark. You know what? If we're not going to finish drives and take advantage of some momentum, you know what? We need sparks any way we can create them. And I thought we did just that. Rushing coming in, blocking the punt. Great job by Ethan Foster finishing the play. That's what we got to do. We got to make some big plays and have some fun making big plays.
Yes, sir. The team was very hyped. That's him on the sideline, Ethan Foster. It's 22-7, Zachary at half. Third quarter, Jackets ball, number 15, pass to number 24, Holwager for the first down. Jackets will then be set up near the goal line on the QB sneak from number 15, McDaniel. Lead cut, 22-14.
Probably should have done that earlier when we messed up the snap in the Wildcat. You know, sometimes we want to get cute, and of course we get the snap and he scores, and we did our job, but just take the percentage right there and get it.
Yes, sir. This was an amazing onside kick, but it didn't go our way, and the ball would be hit out of bounds. Coach, what happened here?
You got to make the breaks. I mean, you kind of got the perennial power on the ropes right there. You can tell they were a little uncomfortable. We surprise onside kick, and it goes between our legs and gets it out of bounds.
We definitely had an opportunity there. carry by number 33, Roderick Doohy, trucking through defenders. A nice gain there. And then it would be number 33 again, marching deep into Jackets territory, running through people, breaking tackles. Number 14 on the tackle for Denham. Number 33, Doohy, caps off the drive with a short touchdown run. Holstein would then keep it for the 2-point conversion. 30-14, Zachary extends the lead. Next play, Jackets punting, number 19, Senegal, with a big return for Zachary. As you see here, multiple Jackets missing him. He bobbles the catch. Poor effort by our.
You don't have to have a kill shot every time. Just do your job. That's where we're making a lot of mistakes. A lot of mistakes when we're there to make plays. You got to make plays.
And then he would fumble the ball, and it would be recovered by the Jackets. So we got kind of lucky there, Coach.
No, we made the play finally. When you give them up, and you got to make it.
4th down, number 15, McDaniel rolling out, pass to number 82, Miles Edwards, incomplete. Zachary driving again, number 10, Holstein, pass to number 7, Prince Johnson for the nice small gain. Number 10, Holstein scrambles around out of the pocket to find a wide open man, number 82, Charles Robertson, who breaks a couple of tackles and eventually finds his way into the end zone. Coach?
Big time players making big time plays, and that's what Zachary's known for. And once again, you go back to that onside kick. You had an opportunity to take a little life right there and get that momentum, and instead, you just give it back to them. You give them every opportunity. You get the ball and you go down and score in that situation. You got a totally different ball game than you do at this point.
Yes, sir. They go for the tackle there. He's kind of like pulling on his jersey, going for the ball more than the tackle. And then we take a look at the coaches on the sideline. Coach Beard himself. Jackets trying to fight back. Number 15, McDaniel, would be sacked in the backfield. Multiple guys on that sack. Number 10, Holstein, would then throw yet another touchdown to number 2, Tate, in the back of the end zone. Zachary leads 44-14 late. That would be the final score of the game. So, Coach, we saw some goods, we saw some bads. What were some of those goods that we saw from this game?
Good. I thought the big challenge all week was to go in and not fear Zachary. I thought our kids answered that greatly. I mean, you go into a hostile environment like that against a perennial power. The biggest thing is with these kids and getting to know these kids, I want to see that they would stand up and fight. Fight for each other, fight for Denham Springs. And I thought they did a great job getting physical. And that was the biggest thing I took out of it. They answered as far as the challenge I put on them for the week. I thought they answered that.
Yes, sir. And through watching these highlights, it looks like we played a lot more emotional than we had in the past.
Yeah, I think it's starting to bother them a little bit, man. To be 0-5 is one thing, because there's a lot of teams out there 0-5 that probably doesn't bother them. They're playing the game. I think with these kids, they're starting to see that they're on the clock and time is running out, and it's starting to mean more to them. I mean, they want the opportunity to play, and they want it to do it right. They want to take care of each other and support each other, and that's one thing I'm starting to see. There is a change in demeanor when you get beat. Like at first, it was almost kind of like, well, I'm numb to it, I'm okay with it, but that's not the case. I mean, when you put into the program that you've been putting into it, it's not okay, and it hurts. And when it starts hurting, that's when the changes begin to take place. And I'm starting to see a lot more hurt on their face at the end of the games. And, we got to take that and we got to turn it into some success.
Yes, sir. For the 5th week in a row, our offense, we had big plays at times where we had big runs by be it Cam or McNeely, but we still aren't at the point where we can cap off drives.
I mean, we make mistakes. We shoot ourselves in the foot, and I mean those things are unacceptable, which is why you're not going to have many opportunities to win football games when you can't finish drives, or you're not finishing possessions with a kick, whether that be a PAT, a field goal, or a punt, where you can win the field position battle. You're getting deep in people's territory, and you're not finishing drives. So you're giving all kinds of momentum to our opponent, along with not scoring points. That's a deadly combination.
Yes, sir. So taking a look at the overall growth of our program, what have you seen from week 1 to now?
Well, I think we're competing differently. I think there is a different air and a different care about Denham Springs football right now. I think the pride is beginning to kind of seep in. These kids have got to understand that it's a privilege to play Denham Springs football. It's an honor to wear Denham Springs on your chest, and it's earned. One thing we've talked about this week starting Saturday after our game versus Zachary is it's got to mean something to you, because this is not given to you. This is nothing that mom and dad can give you. This is nothing that I can give you. You have to earn every opportunity to play for Denham Springs, and you can see with that some light bulbs started to go off. Like it meant a little more. Like, this is right. This is mine. This is us. Like, this is me, and this was not given to me. This is not just. I'm just not here to have a little fun and get out of the house. I mean, this is a big time opportunity, and you have 4 years of this, and it's over, and it comes and it goes as quick as anything. I mean, these kids are starting to understand that you have earned the opportunity to play for Denham Springs, and that's got to mean something. And I think I'm starting to see it in their play.
Yes, sir. So with saying that, would you say that our team is making better decisions, like game time decisions?
Definitely getting better. I mean, we still make mistakes. I mean, we are kids. We are humans. I mean, there's only been one to ever be perfect, and that's not us. And we continue to make little mistakes, and we tend to make little mistakes at critical times that turn into bigger mistakes. And we continue cleaning up our job and cleaning up our task, and good things are going to happen.
All right, let's look forward to this week. We play, obviously, Live Oak, your old school. Got any hard feelings or anything?
No, I left Live Oak on good terms. This is just another faceless opponent in blue and gold, and I'm more worried about us and getting our job done than I'm worried about them.
Yes, sir. So, what were some things that we've seen on film that Live Oak does?
Yeah, I want to commend those kids and those coaches. I mean, a lot of those guys were my guys that I left behind. A lot of those kids I've had in the program since they were, in middle school and coming through. And, it's been a lot of fun to see their growth and watch them on film playing a game that I expect them to play. I think they're doing a great job. I think they're playing physical. I think they're playing with the confidence. And that's some of those things that we've got to instill at Denham. We've got to get back at Denham, with playing with that swag and that confidence. Well, those kids do that, and that's why I've enjoyed watching them. And, realistically, whether people like it or not up the road, a lot of that still falls on my shoulders because it was in my tenure. But hats off to these coaches that have taken over from me, that were there with me, that know how the program runs, that they're doing a phenomenal job keeping it on the tracks. And, I want them to be successful. I want them to have all the success, because ultimately it's part of my tree. And, whether people like that or not, I'm not worried about their feelings. This is Live Oak will forever be attached to me and be a big part of my life, and I love and appreciate every second I had there.
Yes, sir. Looking at some of their film, I saw that their defense was amazing against Walker last week. Is this an issue for us?
Well, I mean, they're a lot like us. I mean, you talk about a carbon copy. Those guys, Coach Prescott and Coach McGrew that we left back there were great young coaches that we inherited, and I think have done a phenomenal job working and growing as coaches, and have put them in position to look a lot like what we look like, and play a disciplined brand of football. It's physical, and I think if you play disciplined, physical football, anybody is tough, and especially in high school football. I mean, these guys they're going to be up to play this Livingston Parish rivalry game that everybody talks about. I mean, we have a job to do, and that's to take care of Denham Springs, and that's what we ultimately have to do.
Yes, sir. So what are some keys to the game for this week?
Well, we got to get physical again. I mean, I think it's time to figure out exactly who wants to play at Denham Springs, the level we're asking you to play, and ultimately that's getting physical. It's doing your job at a very physical level. No doubt our O-line has got to they got to be aggressive. They got to fight, and they got to pave some way for us. They got to create some running lanes. They got to give us time in the back, and give a quarterback time to make some decisions and make some reads. I think you got to win the trench battle in this game. I think this is two teams that are they're going to get physical with each other, and I mean, ultimately the trenches are going to win this game.
Yes, sir. So going into Live Oak, what were some of our practice focuses, and did we make any changes to practices?
Well, yeah, we put them a little more into some situational things. Looking at 1st and 10s where we struggled. We put ourselves behind the chain offensively. Some 3rd and mediums where we're not finishing drives, but also defensively we're not getting off the field on 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. Just trying to make them a little more aware of the game and the situations at hand and the importance of it. I think our guys have responded quite well. I mean, to be 0-5, I know it's grueling on all of us, much less those kids in that locker room. And they keep coming back and getting better every day. And the energy at practice was great this week. And, we just got to continue getting better, doing things the right way, and good things are going to happen. time.
Yes, sir. And so there's been a lot of different quarterback play. Do we have a set starter for this week against Live Oak?
He'll be announced tomorrow. I'm really liking both of them a lot. I think the guy that we named the starter is going to get the job done.
As a reminder, we play Live Oak this Friday. Coach, thank you for joining me. I'm Jules Dormain, and thank you for watching.